Hey YouTube, this is Sarmon DDO coming at you again with another video. This video is going to be pretty quick. It's going to be not scripted, so it's going to be a lot of me just talking. I got a few comments from my last video, how to Zerg, and I got a few comments and a few DMs on people asking me what they think that my quest leveling progression is from 1 to 30. So that's what I've got here for you guys. This list is pretty self-explanatory, and I will leave this in the comments below. I just want to preface with the fact that this is my list. You can add quests if needed. You can remove quests if you hate them, etc. If you don't think they're good, whatever. This is just what I do to get from 1 to 30. So we're just going to start off here at level 1. Typically, what I'll do is I'll just take enough XP stones to get right to level 3, and then I will start running these quests. But if you are starting off at level 1, refuse to take XP stones, whatever, you can start off in Korthos and then run Borderlands. Like I said, I only go to 3, so I just run Borderlands, then I run the Harbor 2s, then I run Sunken Sewer and MIA, Missing in Action, in the Marketplace. This is enough XP to get you to 5, and if you're not 5, you can run a filler quest or something. There's a whole lot of quests in this game, but this is just the list that I run, as I previously mentioned. So once you're level 5, I start off right in Chanticleer. This is a chain that is phenomenal XP. You're going to get a boatload right away. Afterwards, I run Swipe Signet. Now, Swipe Signet is another quest that I just, for some reason, I go into that quest and I just run ahead, try to get the quest complete as fast as possible, and I just get beat up in this quest. So I typically don't run this, but it is great XP, and I will not even deny that. After that, I will go and run all the quests in the Cerulean Hills. This is Captives, then the Gatekeeper chain that's in there, and then followed by Where There's Smoke. And then I'll run Saltmarsh. Once you're done with Saltmarsh, you're going to be level 6. The level 4 quests, they're not great. So at level 6, I just run Proof is in the Poison. It's a quick 7-minute quest, and you get a good chunk of XP. And then I'll run Irestone Inlet. This typically gets me to level 7. Once I'm level 7, the level 5 quests are just have an abundance of XP for literally no reason. So I typically run all of Three Barrel Cove. Then I go and run Fae. And then almost every single time I run Fae, I'm going to be hard capped. And I'll need to take level 8. Halfway through that, I lose out on a little bit of Bravery Bonus, but so what? You get a saga out of it. And it's just great XP. I completely recommend doing both Three Barrel Cove and Fae. You can't really get away with skipping those, especially at that level. And then after I'm done with Fae and I take the saga, I am level 9. This leads me to run Isle of Dread chain. And then, if I'm not on a pot or there's not a boost going on, then I'll run Pit, Tier, Gwillins. Here I have a duplicate, so I'm just going to get rid of that. I run Pit, Tier, and Gwillins stand. And this, you're just going to get so much XP at these early levels here that it is just crazy. And then you are going to hit level 10 after that. Level 10 quests, if I was to recommend drinking an XP pot at any percentage, at any level, it would be level 10. Because the quest progression through 13 is just a little bit slow, and you might need to run a few filler quests just to get that XP to get to 14. And then once you're 14, the quest progression to level 20 is just super fast. But anyways, here at level 10, you need to run Spies in the House. If you don't know how to run it, learn how to run it. You are going to get almost 40k without even a pot, and it's fast, super great XP, super recommend running it. Then afterwards, I'll run Vaughn 1 and 2. These are the level 8s, Thrash Arena, or whatever you say it, and then the Prisoner. And then if you have the people for it, or if you have enough hirelings like myself, you can just straight up run Zoran Cypher super fast. It's like a 4-minute quest, and you're going to get a good amount of XP for it. This will put you at level 11. Now, I have here Shadow Crypt Farm. Chances are you don't have an alt account with a flagger who is flagged for this, and you can just log them into the party with you and run this endlessly. So typically, if you don't have an alt account like I mentioned, you can put up a group, hey, looking to farm Shadow Crypt, need an opener. And I guarantee you somebody who's on your server will have somebody like I just mentioned that they can help you out with that, or they flag themselves. That's a possibility. You're going to want to run Reaper, Elite, and Hard because this Shadow Crypt is the best XP in the game for its level. It is ridiculous how much XP you get out of there. And running it on just Reaper, you're kind of minimizing the amount of XP you get. So I'd recommend at least doing Elite and Hard. Afterwards, you're going to run Vaughn 3 and 4, Jungles of Kyber, and Haywire Foundry. And then you're going to run White Plume Mountain. Of course, doing Vaughn 1 through 4 is going to get you flagged for Vaughn 5. Vaughn 5, let me backtrack a little bit. Once you're done with these, you're going to be level 12. First thing I do when I hit level 12 is I run Ravenloft. I just run the first chain really quick, super fast XP. It's good. And once you're done with Ravenloft, you will get another saga. Then I run Tempest Spine. This is a great quest. It's super fast. It's easily soloable. And you only need like 20 strength, 25 strength. Somebody's going to have to double check me on that to pull that lever. So almost anybody can do it. And if you can't, bring a rage pot, bring a bull strength pot, or just bring a strength item, and you will be able to pull that lever in there to get that opened for you. If you have the people, if you know how to do it, 2-man, you can 2-man Vaughn 5 with the right people if you know how to do it correctly. The biggest struggle here is getting all those levers pulled at the same time. You can do it by yourself. It just takes a little bit of finesse. Like I mentioned, Vaughn 5 is a little optional because if you don't have the right people, you don't know how to pull the levers, it's not really a problem. It is ginormous XP, but you can make up for it a little bit later. That's why I recommend drinking the pot around 10, so that way you can kind of make up for the XP you might lose at level 12. 6, Vaughn 6, just for fun, and then I run Golafon. Bring me the head of Golafon. This quest is less for XP. I mean, it's a filler quest, but you also get the Royal Guard Mask out of this quest. Now, a little trick here. If you that Royal Guard Mask drops decently often, and you can throw that on the shard house for 80 shards, and it'll sell pretty quickly. That's a good shard farm if you know how to run Golafon, or if you have somebody who can pick it up and share the quest for you. You can just teleport right to the quest entrance and just get into it and get it run. I would recommend learning how to run this quest. It's not hard, and like I said, you get some shards out of it, so you might as well. This typically gets me to level 13 after all that. So then I run Offering of Blood out in Sands, and then while you're in Sands, you run the Sands walk-ups. So it's the one where you have to light all the pillars, purge the Fallen Shrine, and then I go off and run Maraud the Mines. Those are the only 2 I do out there. I don't really mess around with any of the others. And then afterwards, I will teleport to Necro and run Tomb of the Blighted. Tomb of the Blighted is a fast quest, and you're going to get like 30k out of it. It's worth it to run. And if you're not ready to take 14 at this point, I just fill in with the other Necro 3 chain quests if needed. But I typically like to get to level 14 as fast as possible because this is where you're going to finish Ravenloft and get that saga. Then I run the Element of Chaos chain. I run Invaders here. I do run the Lord's March chain 1 here. So that's going to be, you know, Framework, Eyes of Stone, Diplomatic. Those quests are really fast, and now you can do Framework and Eyes of Stone without having to need to do Diplomatic Impunity if you don't want to. It's a little slower, but you can just do whatever you want, I guess. I run Invaders because it's like a 5-minute quest, super fast XP, and you get a good amount of favor from it too. I know you get above 20 favor for that quest, and it's just worth it to run. I mean, it's fast and it's easy, so you might as well. Afterwards, Whiz King. Whiz King, you're going to get a boatload of XP. If you have multiple people splitting up and going down each tower, you're going to maximize your XP there. You're going to get a lot of extra. If you're by yourself and you just manage to run all of them because you got unlucky RNG, oh well, you still got extra XP. And then Whiz King is great. You know, you're going to need to run it for that big XP out of there. After this, you're going to be level 15. Level 15, the level 13 quest that you're going to run on Elite, you have a lot of quests to run here. So what I do is I run the Giant Hold walk-ups. I forego doing Madstone, Pop, Cabal, etc. I just run the walk-ups at this level because you just want that bravery bonus. I run Memoirs, and then I run the Archon's Trial Chain. These quests are fast, etc. You can run whatever you want. After this, you're going to be level 16. So then I run the key. I go back to Giant Hold and run the key quests. So Madstone, Pop, Cabal, Crucible, Tor. Those you can't skip those quests. You get a saga out of it. They're super fast and they're great XP. Afterwards, I run the Necro 4 chain. So Temple of Vol, Ghost of Perdition. I run all of those. And then I run Grim and Barret and Subversion if needed. Grim and Barret's a super fast quest. I'd recommend running it. It's great XP, super fast. Subversion, same thing. Then I'm level 17 after this, and then I run Litany of the Dead because you flagged, and if you don't have the sigil, chances are you're going to fill out most of your sigil from doing the Necro 4 chain and just looting those pieces. And then you just run Litany. So you're going to be flagged for Litany. Litany is great XP. It's a 7-minute quest. Going to get a lot out of it. I typically run it on just Reaper, but you can run it on Elite if you need the XP. The next quest I do is Missing. Missing, again, super fast, quick XP. Just do the quest. It's awesome. Then I run Lost at Sea and start Sharn 1. This is just the first quest there on the Clifftop District. And then I head down and do the level 15 COG quests. You can look those up on the DDO wiki if you don't know which ones those are. And then I run To Curse the Sky and Creeping Death. These quests, Creeping Death especially, is a little bit longer of a quest. But doing both of these will get you flagged for Legendary Shroud once you are 20. And you're going to want that XP from Shroud if you need it. After I run all these level 15 quests, then I take 18, and I typically don't take 19 early because I'll run Sharn Chain 2. That's just the ones down there that you pick up by the COGS entrance. And then once I'm done with that, then I run the level 16 COGS, just finish out that saga. You get 2 sagas out of that, so it's great. It's an extra 110k. Or whatever that you get from those sagas. And then I'll go down to the docks. I'll just jump off the edge there and go to the docks. I'll run Finding Doris, members only, offshore account. And then if I'm not 20 by that point, apologize, my headset just died, so I don't know if anything's been recording so far. Where was I? Okay, so if I'm not 20 by this point, I will run Veil quests if needed. You don't need to run the whole chain. I typically just do like Running with the Devils and Rainbow in the Dark. And then I'll go off and do Sane Asylum. The XP you get here, it's kind of varies a little bit. You might need to go run Enter the Cobalt or literally anything else at this chain. I know the Grip of the Hidden Hand chain just dropped at this level range, so you can fill in with those if needed. But anyways, you're going to be 20 by this point. The fastest way to level up in Epic, no question at all, is by drinking a Major Slayer pot and drinking an XP pot and running Orchard. Orchard Slayers, I'm sure everybody knows how great they are. But if you get a good group and you get people who are clearing fast, maybe you get some nukers in there, some people who are higher level to maybe help you out. I know some people do that. Get a few guildies or something together. You can blast through Orchard. The fastest I've ever done Orchard was in 22 or 24 minutes. But I had... we were all just nukers, got it in super fast, and then we were able to finish Barovia on the same Major Slayer pot with some time left over. So no question at all, your best XP source is going to be the Slayers. They're a little tedious, a little boring, you get burnt out on it quickly, but you're getting so much XP at this level. But if you don't have a group, you can't get people together, or you just fill in, if you just do Slayers really slowly, or if you just don't want to do Slayers at all, because like I said, they are boring, these are the quests that I run to get to 30 from level 20. So I run Vaughn 1 through 4, and then if there's a group up for Vaughn 5 and 6, I'll run it. It's great XP, just like in Heroic. After I'm done with and the other benefit of doing some of these other quests, like Vaughn 1 through 4, Sands, Lord of Dust Chain, you get the tokens of the 12 that you need to get your Heart of Wood from. So you can actually reincarnate. So it's good to do these, If not, you could throw up a group and just be like, hey, I need tokens. And people are more than happy to pass tokens to you. If you complete a quest or you're running it, they're more than happy to pass you their tokens if they feel like it. So I don't know. I have pretty good luck with that sometimes if I need them. But I run these quests often, so I don't really need to do looking for groups like that. Afterwards, I run the Sands quests. Oob, Wiz King, Chains, Pre-Raid, and Raid. Those are great XP, and you're honestly going to be almost 23 once you're done with Vaughn 1 through 5, or 1 through 6, rather. Then you get into Sands. Then I run Lord of Dust Chain, and then I go and run Eveningstar 1 through 3. These are just the chains there, the level progression. You just have to do them in order. Yeah, and then this will give you a little saga if you do Belly of the Beast and Don't Drink the Water. So you get a saga out of that. And then once you complete the Druid's Deep Chain, Wayloon, Stormhorns, you can pick up all the sagas in Eveningstar. This is going to be a big bonus to your XP. You're going to be around level 27, 28 if you do all these. So you're going to need to fill in quests later on. So once you're like level 28 or 29, you can throw up a legendary Hard Shroud and people will join you. You'll have no problem completing it with DPS in there. It's really just... It's a great quest. I mean, you're going to get a lot of XP out of here. And people know how to run Shroud, so you're not going to worry about, oh, are we going to complete? Are we going to be able to do this? If you do get a lot of heavy hitters in a Reaper 1, in a group, you say, hey, we can do Reaper 1. That's just that much more XP for you. So around this level, you're going to be like maybe 29, maybe 28. Kind of depends. You can run epic necro quests if needed. All these quests are going to be like 5 minutes a piece. Super great XP. You're going to get almost 500, I'd say, from doing epic necro. And if you are not 30 by this point, you can more than likely do a Reaper 1 chain for Isle of Dread, Fae, Ravenloft. These are great sagas to do at epic if you need them. If not, you could go back and run Giant Hold if you need it. Really, that's pretty much it, honestly. So, let me know if I missed anything, guys. Let me know if, you hate running. If you hate running all these quests, great. If you, like my list, feel free to let me know in the comments below. This is just, again, I will rephrase, this is just my subjective list on what I run to get to 30. I've done all the past lives in the game on one character, and I'm already a completionist on another character, working my way up, getting the past lives in, and just, these are just the quests that I found are just the best for me, personally. But, use this as your own discretion. Use it if it's helpful to you. Use it if you just need to, ultimately. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for me. Thank you so much for tuning in, listening to what I have to say. So with that being said, have a great day, and goodbye.